Good evening and welcome to NEWSWATCH here on Hope TV. Trusting you had a wonderful day and thank you for allowing us to grace your screens on this 4th day of September 2024. It's my pleasure. My name is Melissa ODUOR, bringing you news that made headlines tonight. Boniface Muredi is my co-anchor on the sign language. NEWSWATCH begins now. President William Ruto had a busy day in China today, meeting African heads of state to discuss bilateral issues and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's candidature for the position of African Union Commission chairperson. In separate meetings, the president met Presidents Faure Gnassingbé of Togo and Assimi Goïta of Mali, Paul Kagame of Rwanda, Omaro Sissoko Embalo of Guinea-Bissau, Mahamat Idris Deby of Chad, and Hakainde Hichilema of Zambia. He expressed Kenya's commitment to enhance bilateral relations with the respective nations for the mutual benefit of the citizens, adding that the country will explore opportunities for increased diplomatic, trade, and people-to-people ties with countries in the continent to enhance intra-African interactions and business. President Ruto pointed out that African leaders are working together to reform the African Union and make it fit for purpose in order to serve the continent better. The president told the leaders that Kenya had presented Odinga's candidature for the position of the African Union Commission chairperson because he is an accomplished Pan-Africanist, a champion of integrated infrastructure, and committed to peace and security in the continent. And during the second day of the Lord Send Me Missions Conference organized by Christ is the Answer Ministries SEPT, believers were encouraged to fully embrace the digital space as a vital platform for spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. Speaking during the event at SEPT Karen in Nairobi, SEPT Church Online Head Reverend Kwame Rubadiri noted that with billions of people online, digital platforms can significantly amplify their efforts in sharing faith-based content. The 4-day event, which ends on Friday, the 6th of September 2024, seeks to equip Christians in the missions ministry with skills and insights necessary for impactful service in the kingdom. Grace Ahati reports.
In efforts to empower believers for impactful service in the missions ministry, the Christ is the Answer Ministries SEPT Lord Send Me Missions Conference is gaining momentum. With the world increasingly being dominated by technology, Christians have been encouraged to embrace digital media as a powerful tool for outreach. Happening at the SEPT Karen Church in Nairobi, SEPT Church Online Head Reverend Kwame Rubadiri has noted that there is no demographic or nation that should not be impacted by the gospel of Christ.
We are in a state and in a stage where communication has given us access to millions of people, and no one can control how and what we say, how we say and what we say in the use of digital media. You see, as we consider our media today, radio, television, newspapers are no longer the driving force for information and mass communication. It is the internet, and particularly influencers, who are rapidly becoming the new movers and shapers, I didn't say shakers, shapers of our media.
To navigate this new landscape, Reverend Kwame has explained that consistency in messaging is crucial for effective communication through shaping messages to adapt to the audience and media channel being used.
One of the great challenges and opportunities we have as a church and as Christians individually is to find the right combination of hashtag and words in order to grab the attention and the focus of the people we are trying to reach. This might be one of the most important symbols after the cross. Amen.
Emphasizing on the importance of technology, Rubadiri has at the same time pointed out that advancements in tools like artificial intelligence AI are making it possible to erase challenges that have historically hindered effective communication, among them language barrier.
Some of the barriers that we see to our use of digital media or use of the digital space are actually no longer a factor. They can quickly be overcome. For example, by the use of artificial intelligence, which is now not just a byword, it is a reality that we have to contend with, and it is something that is going to shape the way in which we communicate with one another. Many of those barriers can be erased. For example, artificial intelligence helps us to erase language barriers in real time.
Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch, I'm Grace Ahati.
The Lord Send Me Missions Conference continues at Sitam Karen tomorrow. To other stories now, Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya has officially assumed office as the Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives and the SMEs Development from former CS Simon Chelugui, who pioneered the ministry. Speaking during the handover ceremony, Oparanya lauded his predecessor, terming him as a dedicated public servant, best described by his achievements in the ministry. The CS father vowed to take the ministry a notch higher. While calling on the new CS to consider addressing challenges in the ministry, Chelugui expressed confidence in Oparanya's leadership based on his track record.
Starting something that has no structures takes a lot of your time. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you very much, because when I came in, I found that already some structures were there. So I want to assure you that we shall start where you left. And I can tell you that the many people I've met, whom you have interacted with, have really thanked you for the work that you have done in this ministry.
I wish you, my colleague and friend, every success as you steer the ministry to what I hope will be even greater heights of achievement. I'm now handing over the baton to our incoming CS, and my appeal to you, just as you had supported me, to equally give the minister the necessary support.
Our former Samuru Governor Moses Lelong-Kulal has filed an appeal against his conviction and sentence in a 83.4 million shillings corruption case. Lelong-Kulal criticized the trial judge, saying that he did not fully analyze the evidence presented by the prosecution. The former governor is now asking the High Court to overturn the court's decision. Lelong-Kulal, who was granted bail last week pending the appeal, says that the judge made a legal mistake in convicting and sentencing him in the case. The prosecution had based the case on the evidence given by 11 witnesses and 388 receipts, all indicating misuse of public funds. And the ICT Authority has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Kenya Network Information Center, KENIC, to enhance the adoption of ICT standards, facilitate knowledge and skills transfer, and enhance the use of .ke domains as the country's digital economy continues to grow. The three-year collaboration comes as the two organizations put in strategies to foster public trust in government digital initiatives, while leveraging on the expertise and resources of both organizations to achieve their objective of a digitally transformed country. Speaking during the event, ICT Authority CEO Stanley Kamaguya emphasized the importance of building a safe online environment as digital development continues to rise. On his part, Andrew Lawela, the CEO of KENIC, lauded the partnership, saying it complements the government's digital agenda as they bring more entrepreneurs into the markets through projects like the public Wi-Fi. Good news from Kisumu now. The Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital in Kisumu County has been elevated to a Level 6 facility. According to a Gazette notice, the facility will now run as a semi-autonomous government agency handling referral cases from Kisumu County and beyond. The new status grants the Referral Hospital Board operational autonomy in running its affairs, including determining its organizational structure and services. Chief Executive Officer Dr. Richard Elesi said the move was pivotal in the implementation of the facility's strategic plan and transformative agenda. It will also see the facility, popularly referred to as Referral Hospital, attract more funding with enhanced national hospital insurance fund and HIF bed reimbursement. The facility currently runs on own source revenue, donor funds and allocations from the county government of Kisumu, despite serving over 10 counties in the region and beyond. Environment Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale is in Abidjan, Ivory Coast, ahead of the 10th special session of the African Ministerial Conference on the Environment, AMCEN. Duale, who left the country this morning, is representing Kenya at the two-day event. The African Ministerial Conference on the Environment, AMCEN, is a platform for African ministers to discuss and strategize on pressing environmental issues impacting the continent. The 2024 session is particularly significant as it aims to address the growing challenges posed by climate change, deforestation, and biodiversity loss. The conference will explore sustainable solutions tailored to the unique needs of African nations.
Kazi kwamba nilikuwa simply nikifanya kazi yangu ya kawaida, na hata mimi nilipata ya habari kwa mshangao na kama wale wengine, lakini nataka nishukuru tu Mwenyezi Mungu na pia nataka nishukuru His Excellency Governor kwa kuwa na imani na mimi. Kwa hiyo machache nasema asante. Wengine uko tayari? Niko tayari na najua naweza.
That's the Uasin Gishu County Assembly Committee on Appointment that has now retreated to draft a report on the suitability of Deputy Governor Evans Kapkea. We'll take a short break now. We'll be back with the day's business news.
Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond watangaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond watangaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu, ukarimu. Rafiki msoul.
Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
I've actually been trying to find a balance. It's been really tough and hectic, but everyone says once you get a hang of it, it becomes better, and I don't know, but I'm hoping to find a balance soon because it's really been hectic. But you've been in the job industry for a long time, so I think you would know better. Sindio?
Huh? What time is it? I need to catch up on Leadership Forum. Do they have a radio here? Never mind. I brought my own.
No way. You can't be serious. Wait, why do you have a radio and you can just catch up with the shows on Hope FM podcast?
Really? Even Meet of the World?
I mean, you can find them on whatever platform, name it. AfriPods, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you name it.
But I'm not subscribed on any of them.
So no worries. You can just check out the latest episodes on hopemediakenya.org.
You can now listen to select Hope FM programs on your favorite podcast streaming platform or directly on our website www.hopemediakenya.org. Listen and live.
Apologies for that slight mix-up, but here is the day's business news. The ICT Authority has signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with the Kenya Network Information Center, KENIC, to enhance the adoption of ICT standards, facilitate knowledge and skills transfer, and enhance the use of .ke domains as the country's digital economy continues to grow. The three-year collaboration comes as the two organizations put in strategies to foster public trust in government digital initiatives, while leveraging on the expertise and resources of both organizations to achieve their objective of a digitally transformed country. Speaking during the event, ICT Authority CEO Stanley Kamanguya emphasized the importance of building a safe online environment as digital development continues to rise. On his part, Andrew Lewella, the CEO of KENIC, lauded the partnership, saying it complements the government's digital agenda as they bring more entrepreneurs into the markets through projects like the public Wi-Fi. And to some business news roundup, the section of sugarcane farmers in Bungoma County have raised complaints to the Ministry of Agriculture for lowering the price of cane from 6,000 shillings to 5,000 shillings per ton. In August this year, the Ministry of Agriculture announced 5,000 shillings as the price to be used to sell sugarcane per ton in sugar factories in the country. Elsewhere, Safaricom has hosted the fourth series of the Grow with Safaricom business targeting MSMEs in the Coast region. The forum aims to equip the entrepreneurs with knowledge that will enable them scale their businesses through technology. Our reporter Alice Diana brings us these and more stories in the Business News Roundup.
A section of sugarcane farmers from Kabuchai constituency in Bungoma County have decried the move by the government to lower the price of the cane from 6,000 shillings to 5,000 shillings per ton. The farmers now want the Ministry of Agriculture to revise the decision, saying that they will be forced to shift to another crop farming.
Ukilinganisha na wakulima wa majani chai wa kahawa kutoka huko mlima Kenya, bei ya mazao yao iko juu ukilinganisha na mazao yetu ya miwa. Kwa hivyo sisi kama wakulima kutoka eneo hili tunawarai serikali ikiongozwa na Mheshimiwa William Ruto iweze kuongeza zao hili.
Mwaka jana tulikuwa tumefurahia wakati serikali ilitoa eka ya miwa kwa tani moja ya miwa kwa shilingi 650. Kila mtu alifurahia. Kwa hivyo nisijui kwa nini ilifanyika within a period of 1 month, 1 year, tayari miwa imerudishwa from 6,000 kwa 5,000. Sasa nasikia saa hii iko 4,900 na kitu. Kwa hivyo sisi wakulima wa Bungoma tumekataa hiyo bei, tunataka bei ya miwa erudi shilingi hata 7,000. Wakulima hoye! Wakulima hoye! Waende wakae chini katika pricing committee ya miwa. Waseme miwa katika Western Zone tumetegemea miwa, pricing ya committee ya miwa iangaliwe pasivyo. Walikuwa wanasema miwa watalipa kulingana na sucrose content. Ukiangalia Bungoma, miwa yetu hapa tunalima, tunaweka mbolea ya kutosha. Baada ya kulima hiyo bei ambayo wanalipa, mkulima hakuna kitu anapata.
In Embu County, a section of macadamia farmers have protested the push by some processors to reintroduce a ban on exportation of raw and unprocessed macadamia. This comes after the processors, during a meeting in Nairobi on Monday, called on the government to curb exportation of unprocessed macadamia to protect their business. Led by National Vice Chair of the National Nuts Traders Association of Kenya, Njeru Gathangu, the farmers argued that the move will give unfair advantage to the processors who collude to buy nuts from farmers at meager prices and then make a kill after processing.
Huu mkutano wa jamaa pale Nairobi jana, kile wanataka ni kuona kwamba mambo ya hiyo sheria hayafanyi kazi. Na kama ni vile haifanyi kazi, mkulima ndiye atakuwa naumia. Na wakandanganyana, wakasema kwamba wa China ama wale wanaofanya biashara ama kandamia kutoka Uchina, wao ndiye wananunua makandamia kwa bei ya chini. Huo ni uongo. Na ningetaka nimwambie na waziri wa kilimo ambaye amekuja hivi majuzi, Bwana Andrew Karanja, anjue kwamba hawa wanafanya mambo hili waumize wakulima, wanjifaidi wao wenyewe.
Elsewhere, the county government of Machakos has distributed assorted equipment to individuals and groups in a move aimed at boosting small businesses across the county. In a simultaneous effort launched in each of the 40 wards, Governor Wavinya Ndeti dispatched teams of county officials to deliver the equipment to residents as part of her agenda to transform livelihoods through promoting entrepreneurial culture.
I am proud to say that my manifesto is being achieved by day. We have gradually moved from promise to implementation. My philosophy of chakula mezani, pesa mfukoni.
Kwa vile tumepata hivyo viti na hiyo hema, tutaweza kukondisha ili tuweze kupata pesa za kufanya kikundi chetu kiendelee na kukua. Tumeshukuru sana na tunaambia hata vikundi vingine viendelee na kushikana na gavana wetu aweze naye kusaidia hao vikundi vingine navyo viweze kupata kama sisi.
And Safaricom PLC today hosted the 4th series of the Grow with Safaricom business targeting MSMEs in Coast Region with the aim of equipping the entrepreneurs with the knowledge that will enable them scale their businesses through technology. The engagement forum will also give the MSMEs an opportunity to exchange ideas on how they can leverage digital technologies to enhance their market reach, streamline operations, and create a strong brand presence online.
This is our very first time holding this series at Grow with Safaricom Business outside of Nairobi, and we selected the coastal region. And why is the coast so important for us? If you even look at the Chamber of Commerce, the most active chapter in all of Kenya sits right here in Mombasa. Mombasa, for many businesses who think about inputs that they're buying or things that they're selling that go outside the country, they go right through this location.
Using Portugal Biashara, I can start with that today.
For Hope TV Business Roundup, I'm Alice Diana.
Look at sports now. Preparations are in high gear for the highly anticipated Driftwood Sevens. The tournament, which is the 5th round of the 2024 National Sevens Circuit, is set to take place this weekend at the Mombasa Sports Club. Rugby fans across the country are eagerly awaiting what promises to be an electrifying weekend of action. As Kennedy Kimani now reports, the polls for the tournament have already been confirmed, with KCB Rugby fresh from their triumph at the Kabeberry Sevens, leading Pool A in Division 1. They'll face stiff competition from Must, RFC, KU Black Blood, and the host team Mombasa RFC.
The 2024 National Sevens Circuit resumes this weekend, with Mombasa County set to play host to the 5th round of the circuit dubbed Driftwood Sevens. With 16 teams confirmed for Division 1 and 24 teams for Division 2, a high level of competition is anticipated. The pools for the tournament have already been confirmed, with KCB RFC fresh from their triumph at the Kabeberry Sevens, leading Pool A in Division 1. They'll face stiff competition from Most RFC, KU Black Blood, and the host team Mombasa RFC. In Pool B, last year's Driftwood Sevens finalist Menengai Oilers will battle against Daystar Falcons, Nondescript RC, and 2 Marines, one of the coastal teams looking to make a mark on home turf. The current circuit leaders Kenya Harlequins FC found themselves in Pool C, alongside Kabras RFC, who are hot on their heels in the overall standings. With Nakuru RFC and Mwamba RFC also in the mix, Pool C is shaping up to be one of the most competitive in the tournament. Pool D will see 3 university teams, that is Catholic Monks, Strathmore Leos and Azitek Oaks, compete alongside Stallions Rugby. The Division 2 category is also packed with talent, featuring 24 teams. MKU Thika, relegated from Division 1 after the Kabeberi Sevens, will be looking to bounce back as the top Pool A. Division 2 leaders Kabarak University will spearhead Pool B after their recent heavy defeat to Zitek Oaks in the Kabeberi Sevens Division 2 final. With everything in place, all eyes now turn to Mombasa as teams prepare to light up the Driftwood Sevens. Rugby enthusiasts from across the country will gather at the Mombasa Sports Club for 2 days of fierce competition, hoping to see their favorite teams take home the coveted title. For Hope TV Newswatch Sports, my name is Kennedy Kimani.
Thank you, Kennedy Kimani. The sports beat surely looks good on you. To other stories now, Luis Suarez has announced his retirement from international football. The 37-year-old star striker from Uruguay has stated that he will retire from the national team after Friday's 2026 FIFA World Cup South American Football Confederation qualifier against Paraguay. Having made his international debut in 2007, Suarez has scored a record 69 goals and delivered 39 assists for Uruguay in 142 games. He participated in 4 World Cups, 3 of which the team advanced to the knockout stage, including a semi-final in 2010 in South Africa. Suarez has also played for Uruguay in 4 Copa America tournaments, helping his side advance to the quarterfinals twice, semi-finals once, and final once when they beat Paraguay to win the title. At the club level, Suarez played for multiple European heavyweights, including Liverpool, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid, winning 5 La Liga championships and 1 UEFA Championships League title, among other honors. He currently plays for Inter Milan in North America's Major League Soccer. That's all we had prepared for you on NewsWatch tonight. I've been your anchor, Melissa ODUOR, together with Boniface Mureithi on the sign language, Odamo on the controls, and Davis Owino on the direction. Thank you for your invaluable company. Have a wonderful night.